There was once a guy named Billy. Tell your story. Billy is about to head to the doctor and check on him. He hasn't checked in a while, and honestly, I'm a bit nervous. I haven't been there a long time. Oh, I sat myself on the sofa. There was check my time. Oh, about 5 minutes before the doctor comes. Oh, I really hope I'm still healthy. I hope I've improved my blood test and stuff, because I've did all the stuff I've been told and all that. The doctor comes. Follow me, Billy, into my room, little nurse. Just take a seat in a big chair, right over there, to the side. It's really been a while. Sure it has. How many tests will I take? I'll take 2 blood tests to see where you are currently, and if you're deficient in anything. Okay. 5 minutes later, it's done. Billy is waiting for the results, quietly in the sofa. Now, 5 minutes later, comes back to check on the doctor. And then, once he enters the doctor's office, the nurse says, "Now whisper it down. Follow me." I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Billy's entered the doctor's office, and the doctor tells Billy to sit down. Again, like a quiet little boy, right? It looks like, according to your test, I'm so excited we finally found out, damn it! Let's go! It's been so long. According to your test, your testosterone is 230 nanograms per deciliter. You've got way above average cholesterol as well. Don't worry about cholesterol. Just lower your overall cholesterol. You don't have to worry about that so much. Just lower it a bit more, the doctor says. Billy gets really nervous. 230 testosterone. What the heck? Billy comes down and listens to the doctor one. The doctor recommends him low-fat yogurt and milk. You gotta lower your fat, cholesterol. And when you do your food, when you cook, use seed oils. Use rapeseed oil, olive oil, whatever. It's much better than your butter or your tallow, whatever. So use that instead of your butter. And your eggs, 4 times per week. You want to lower the cholesterol a lot, so you don't want the cholesterol to spike. So 4 eggs per week is perfect. So try that to lower your eggs a bit. And then, furthermore, I also recommend you to lower your vegetables and stabilize for health overall. You lack a bit in vitamins, add some extra vegetables. And vitamin A, you were quite low in, so you could add a bit of carrots, stuff like that. Alright, on my way home, I guess I will buy some nuts and seed oils. Good, doctor said. Getting seed oil is much healthier. It's a good protection against heart disease. And please remember to only use a bit in the pan while you fry. Do not ingest too much fat. You want to lower your cholesterol. I'm really sad of the results, but the doctor was kind to tell me those things. Like, she was so kind. She told me I should do seed oil. She literally told exactly what I should do, and that the testosterone was a bit low, and it was because my cholesterol was so high. So I guess so. Yeah, go and chop food. I guess it will eventually get better, huh? I went to a professional, right? Bill goes home, tired, and honestly a bit depressed. That news of 230 nanograms per deciliter was kind of sending him down there. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember I had to pick up some low-fat stuff with seed oils. I have to cut back on the candy and I guess snacks. Well, she did say eating moderation is what you should do. So maybe eat dessert 1 or 2 times a week is fine. So Billy goes home and cooks some food just after he went shopping, right? Gonna be tasty with some yogurt. I can probably make a good combination, still make it tasty. I can add some yogurt, some nuts, yeah, some pasta. Then I use rapeseed oil on it, but not too much in the pan because I don't want too much cholesterol, so I lower it a bit. For dessert, about a nice cake, right? 1 or 2 times a week dessert is fine, right? Eating moderation, that's you need balance, right? So I did agree with the doctor that to stay consistent, 1 or 2 times a week is a good treat to really like. So if you really feel like, yeah, well, you got to go 1 or 2 times a week, so that's really. So yeah, I might as well have the cake as a dessert, right? To make it, yeah, to really fix up this. Have a nice meal here. So Billy eats up, feels sense of accomplishment. This new diet. He was like, yeah, it worked pretty well. That dessert smelled pretty good. Then Billy goes. He has his crash. He's tired as hell after eating all that. Big meal, big carb meal, right? He feels tired, so he goes on YouTube and he sees a title that's it's something. It's like was just what I did. It's like the title was "A Diet So Powerful That It Was Banned." Powerful that I gotta watch this. I was just into fixing my diet, right? Let's see what this guy says. So I watched it. And the creator, this video, called Apollo. And whoa, he's going viral. Look at his views. Like, he's really popping up nowadays. And then I scrolled down and I saw his comment. Oh, thank you. Bro, you saved my life. Oh, I've never been so strong in the gym before. My mother, she lost her cancer. Oh, another said, I lost 100 pounds. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. That was a copy of mine. The story in Apollo's video that was just like me. He was tall with the cholesterol, and he did the opposite, and now he felt powerful. He got 800, 900 nanometers per deciliter of testosterone. He can work out 7 times a week. I'm like, this guy's crazy. What did he do? I gotta look more into this. So, the first time Billy watches this, he's weirded out, like, whoa, this is the opposite of what my doctor just told me earlier today. And then he also tells me that cholesterol is a myth. Like, cholesterol was the thing that my doctor was most worried about. I'm like, I'm gonna got a heart disease if I high cholesterol. But then he says it should be high because it increased sperm and testosterone. Hey, my testosterone was low, so if I increase cholesterol, will I increase testosterone? I gotta look more into this. Furthermore, the guy, Apollo, says that high cholesterol is directly correlated with higher lifespan. And it was supposed to give me heart disease, but wait, can I get higher lifespan by eating it? Whoa, wait, I really need to look into this. Then Apollo guy, whatever, the viral guy, tells me high fat is best and plastic packaging is less than ideal, and a cake a day is a real cope. And he also said that most doctors learn to speak in a special way, and they don't dare promote something else than what they learn in medical school. Whoa. Step 1. What we have been told. So, if you can relate to Billy's story, or at least a bit, you understand that it is widely, globally, kind of seen as cholesterol is something that has directly correlated with cholesterol. There's been many studies from the 50s, 60s, 70s saying that cholesterol is the cause of mortality, of heart disease, most metabolic syndromes, most metabolic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, all those things, clogging our arteries, fatty liver, all those medical conditions. we have been told that cholesterol could be a strong cause to this, like sugar, cholesterol, and all that. But what is weird is that people tend to talk about cholesterol more than sugar. Yeah, sure, you can hear about sugar all the time, but the thing is that people know that sugar is bad because they're like, oh, you should moderate. If you should moderate something, then don't eat it. It's like, it doesn't work for me. Like, personally, they're there, oh, yeah, eating cake 1 time a week is fine. Oh, Saturday candy, like they have they have candy day. You should eat candy on Saturdays, right? You have heard that, Saturday candy day. I'm like, if I can't eat it every day, then I might as well not eat it. Because if I can't eat it every day, then it's not something my body needs as an energy every day. So cut it out. But it's tasted. I don't need it. I don't need it. I've been told that moderation is key, but why is that like majority of people cannot moderate? Like I can't eat 1 kilo candy. I'm gonna go all out. Like, if I'm eating candy, I'm going 5 kilos. If I'm drinking wine, I'm going. Although I haven't drinking much wine, but you know what I mean. They're like, oh, you should limit carbs. Oh, only like 10 grams per carbs. 10 grams for what? Do you think I have a calculator in nature? No, they don't. They don't eat things they should not eat. You're there, oh, 10 grams of carbohydrates. You should only have, only 100 grams of pasta. My ass, if I'm eating pasta, I'm putting 1 kilo in there. I cannot moderate. Discipline. No. You will not, because your body tells you, eat. And they're like, this weight loss thingy is really pissing me off. Like, they're there, us against us. We're trying to gain weight. We're in bed, right? We're scrolling our phones trying to lose weight because we are so high in fat or whatever. We're like, yeah, we haven't been exercising in 3 days, and we're like, is there something more? Like, this is slow, and of course we want a shortcut. That is kind of like, we want the results fast, so that is kind of something we need to learn to, I don't know, learn life lessons that shortcuts does not exist, really, right? You need to go through the hell in order to get to the heaven, right? You need to get through that hard period in order to get success, right? That everyone needs to have as a fundamental law of life, right? That's really important. But why has weight loss like never worked? You've tried to be consistent. Even those are consistent for like weeks and weeks, they see not many results, and you're like, yeah, the process is slow. And yes, it is, it can take weeks, but still, why is it slower than expected? And I actually do think I have one answer to that. I don't think, I am not a guy all the answers, but I have one answer that really helped me. Haven't been a beast, but I've lost 10 kilo in a week with this practice. So I was not overweight. I was like, was it 20 pounds too heavy than I would have, and I'm like slim down like that. And now I have like only muscle mass. I'm a bit lean, I'm not that big guy, but I have like no body fat. All I have is muscle now. I'm training hard. I'm trying to get more muscle. I'm eating a lot of protein. I'm doing all that good stuff to get muscle. But the weight loss thingy, like, now imagine this: you have a sheep or a cow. Yeah, they go eating all the time. Maybe we shouldn't. We're not the same as them. But is there a single animal that has a different diet every time? Is there an animal who has, oh, I'm eating this meal, I'm eating this type, I'm eating this type? You have a cow, they eat one type of grass. If they eat something else, like clovers, some other grass type, they get sick or they die. Same with most animals. Bamboos, these pandas, they eat bamboo. If they don't eat bamboo, they die. They get sick or they die. That's why when you screw with the rainforest, more agriculture or monocultures there, they literally die out. Many species die out because their only source of food is in one place, because they only eat one thing. You're like, oh, but they should adapt to eat something else. They die if they don't eat what they're supposed to do. The only exception is if nature has planned. Nature has killed many things, like by itself. Like, the ice ages. When ice ages came, many species died because it was too cold for them. But that's natural. It's like if you do something drastic, you do at a speed that's faster than the nature itself, of course you're gonna annihilate everything. But the thing is that it's so weird. We've been told that we're herbivores, but if you're in the Ice Age, right? Humans are like 5 million years old, right? We were apes, and then Homo habilis or whatever came like 2.5 million years, and then Homo erectus, then Neanderthalis, then Homo sapiens. All these species of are pre-humans and modern humans. What did we eat to get bigger brain? Like we were gorillas like 10 million years ago. I think we were like 7 million years ago we were chimpanzees. 5 million years ago we were our own species. You see, we evolved. And what did we do? We took another path from gorillas, and now we're semi-chimpanzee. But some chimpanzee took another path, and now we're Homo habilis. Or I don't know the earliest species, but Homo habilis is one of the earliest pre-humans, right? And then we did something, and then we got Homo erectus, then we got bigger brains, we got taller, we got more like humans, less like apes, but we're still kind of apes. That's our ancestors, right? Our oldest ancestors. And then more and more Homo sapiens, bigger brain, and then we had so big brain that we developed hunting strategies. We were like 2 meters, like Inuits and the old Americans, what they're called, I forgot what they're called, but there's the old Australians, the Inuits, the Aboriginals, all the old people. They were over 2 meters tall. Their teeth were sharp as hell. And what did their diet mainly consist on? And of course, aside dinosaurs, they had like no heart disease, no diabetes, no health issues. They were fast as hell. They can run like crazy. They were strong. They were like as strong as they were like as fast as Usain Bolt. They were strong, powerful, smart, big brains, strong teeth. What do you think they ate? Meat. What did we have in the Ice Ages as an example? Inuits, what Inuits eat? Yeah, they eat a lot of fish still. That's good, like wild fish, no feeded shit. It's like wild, like there was no grain fed, because cows, animals, they were eating the natural things because humans haven't done anything to them. So they eat what they're supposed to do, right? So grass-fed beef, the highest quality beef, was the only thing we ate. But yeah, but we have done agriculture for 12,000 years. If you know a bit about human history, let's go from the Ice Age first. Ice Age. What food is available? Yes, what food is available? Mammoth, big saber tiger, other big animals. Can you get your corns, your daily spinach, your daily vegetables, your fruits during the Ice Age? And even if you find a fruit, that's like 50, 60 calories. How much is meat? It's like over 500 calories per like I don't know, but it's like 500 calories per 100 grams of mammoth, whatever. Like a big mammoth is like hundreds of kilos. That could be like weeks of the whole tribe, or 1 week or 2 weeks, I don't know. And then they keep hunting. Oh, but they had no other choice. If they had no other choice, why are they the strongest human ever in history? That says something. Because yeah, they didn't have but they didn't have the perfect selection of vegetables and all that. That's why they died at 40. Do you have evidence? Like, we can always say, they died at 40. And yeah, we have found many people. Maybe we have found people, old thousands of years ago. We have done fossils. We have found them underground or whatever. And maybe they were 40 years old by our scanner. But you also know that only a fraction of which actually gets down, because if the structures, I don't know what they're called, like masks and certain leaves, mushrooms, they're like, they're eating dead animals, right? And then give it to the soil, like nutrition and all that stuff. If an animal or a fossil is left very deep, then it means that those mushrooms, worms, and all those have not eaten up the corpse yet. So it could be for some reason. We don't know, but we do not know each individual's life expectancy, right? Because nowadays they're like average life expectancy 70, 80, whatever, it's going up, right? Well, less people are dying in infancy. Because, yeah, let's say average life expectancy 40. That doesn't mean a shit. That can mean that 70% were 5 years old, the other 30% were 120, and it's like 40. It's not exactly. I'm just as an example, right? They're like 70% are 5 years old, and the other 30% is 120, and that's still kind of average to 40. It doesn't, but you see what I mean. It's very vague. That's the problem. We don't know about that. But we do know from what we have found, their teeth. They're like, oh, but that's early human species. No, they're the same species. They're Homo sapiens as we are, and their teeth were crazy. Genetics. Huh? It doesn't change in 12,000 years old. Evolution takes millions of years. So we've been told that fat, cholesterol, like meat, eggs, all those things should be eaten in moderation, or at least you should try to eat more vegetables, right, per meal. That we have been told. But that is kind of the opposite what we did in the US. And it's weird because when people experiment, because you're like, they're like a 30 ribeye day challenge. It's not gonna kill you, right? You eat ribeye, you eat steak for 30 days only. It's kind of like a clickbait. I ate steak for 30 days. Woo! Woo! You won't die. Even if you don't believe me with cholesterol or whatever. You won't die. You can just experiment. That's what I did, because I'm like, there are so many. You can find like 3 studies why poop is healthy. Like, I'm serious. You can find studies about why poop is healthy. You can find studies that meat is really healthy. You can find that vegetables is so much healthier than meat. You can find a lot of studies on everything. So the thing is, it just numbs your brain with all the information. It's like, should I eat plants? But plants are good for everyone says the plants are good. But then there are a lot of people who says, oh, it's super dangerous, defense chemicals, this and that. Experiment yourself. So try this diet I'm about to recommend, and then experiment. If it's not for you, if you've been 30 days, and don't just do 3 days, because you can get diarrhea, you can feel like shit the first day because your body's adapting, because your body takes a while to adapt. So try 30 days without fail, and then tell me if it's good or bad, right? It's the same thing. Like, you can see, is it really bad or good? Just experiment yourself. That's how you do it. I'm a bit crazy, but I do think that there is a proper human diet, a proper diet that everyone should eat, and I do think that carnivorous is the way to go, or at least keto, something in that direction, lower carbohydrates, because we are not used to eat those grains, those artificial things. Like, they didn't exist. Like pasta, rice, fair have existed for a long time, but just try the ancestral diet. Try that and see if maybe some of your symptoms, maybe you get better sleep, maybe you feel better, maybe you get stronger, maybe whatever it's, maybe actually you can cure some disease you have, maybe you actually manage to cure diabetes. I know it's possible with these diets, because there have been many cases where you've actually been treated cancer. But I'm not gonna say, oh, it's so easy to treat cancer, because that's illegal, right? But I'm gonna tell you that try it. Step 2. What the best meat? All meat is good, I would say. But if you want the absolutely, artistically, absolute best, the last 2, 5, 6, 7% improvement, then ruminant meat is to go. Ruminant meat is what you want. That's the absolute best. But it is a little bit more expensive. So I would rather have you eat chicken with like a lot of butter on it. Like eat a fuck ton of butter with chicken. That's a lot better than eating whatever plant you eat. But ruminant meats are the best. Simply because it has less of plant toxins. It is the purest meat you can eat. It is the most meat you can eat. It's like 100% meat. Because ruminant meats, they're like sheep, cows, and all those things. They have deer as well, bison. All those, they have a special stomach system. Like, they're called ruminant animals. And they have like 4 stomach system, whatever. It's like they're digesting the plants better. So it's very difficult to explain. I'm not that into just what it does, but I do know that it does lower the plant toxins. And then as a result, right, when we eat it, get more of the nutrients because they have detoxified all the toxins because they have the 4 ruminant system. So we get more nutrients, the fat is even healthier, more in omega-3, more in nutrients, like more vitamins. It's like, if you eat ruminant meat, you can probably get all your vitamins in. Get more nutrients. So the absolute best meat is grass-fed, right? Grass-fed beef. But conventional beef is probably better than grass-fed other animals just because of the ruminant stomach thingy. So if you want the absolute best, then I guess grass-fed beef. But normal beef functions very well as well, just because they are kind of detoxifying nearly all of the toxins. But of course, if you eat shit every day, if you're being fed the wrong thing, even though you're good at digesting things, you will still have some issues, right? So grass-fed is the absolute. That is what they're supposed to eat. When we eat that, we get more nutrients. So if the animal has a good life, we get more nutrients. So you support environment, you get more nutrients from eating it. So plus, right? So that's what you should do. So the first actionable step in this guide: add some beef or lamb. Maybe you don't have enough money for eating steak every single day, but try to add some beef or lamb. Honestly, personally, beef is absolutely best, but lamb and beef are 2 ruminant animals, and I prefer beef, so I eat beef. So I would recommend, if you can afford it, maybe it's a campaign in the store, maybe it's cheap, buy whatever beef you can find. Maybe roast beef, ribeyes, ground beef if you're really on a budget, rump steak, shuck steak. My personal favorite is ribeye, but it's expensive, so I usually buy shuck steak. So shuck steak, ribeye, sometimes ground beef because I'm really struggling with the cash, right? So just add some chuck steak, ribeye, ground beef, rump steak, whatever steak you can find. And don't be afraid with red meat. That's usually why ground beef is not ideal. It's the cheapest, but it's not ideal because you want to eat red meat as well, because you get even more nutrients from that. So eating a ribeye is the nutrient bomb. Eating a shuck steak as well, like shuck steak and ribeye, they're very fatty meats, and you want that fat for a good reason. I will talk about a bit later about those things. So just add some beef. Step 4. Carnivore on a budget. So yeah, you're low on cash. There's actually not an easy way to get around that, but I can tell you all the ways which will lower the cost down. Like, if you think about it, if you only eat beef, You don't have to buy your medications, your vegetables. Oh, I need to have spinach, I need carrot, and I need daily fruits because it was good, right? No, it's not. There are so many plant toxins in like fruits. You know, fruits. They're full of sugar, right? Natural sugar. Like a fruit sugar is so much better than the conventional sugar. Maybe a bit, but it's still natural sugar. It's still sugar, and sugar spikes insulin. Makes you tired. Increase the risk of metabolic disease by hundreds of percent. So you eat your fruit, you get out of ketosis, which is literally your optimal metabolic mode. You're literally operating on a worse fuel. It's like you have a car, but you give it the wrong fuel. It's like, but that's a bad comparison because you can't drive it then. But you know, it's like your machine. Let's say you're a machine. It works worse. It's not optimal. But if you want the best fuel, you eat carnivore, right? Vegetables, and also vegetables. How do vegetables protect themselves? They can't. They're there still. They can't even move. Oh, but fruits, they're tasty. They're so colorful. Doesn't mean you should eat it. You're there in the ice age where oh, I found something. Should I eat it? You've never eaten it before. Do you think you should put it in your stomach then? You don't understand how much of a difference. Like seriously, you don't understand how much of a difference putting something in your mouth does. Like it's crazy. Like I've tried this. I've eaten carnivore for a while then, and then I go like 2 days eating only carbs. I feel like shit. I get diarrhea all the time. I sleep for 12 hours and I'm still tired. I'm hungry all the time. I can literally not think. My brain is not working. I can just sit all day, kind of a bit depressed because I can't do anything. And if I do YouTube, it's always fun. It's boring as hell. It's like you're an endless scroll trying to get the high, right? Because your brain feels like shit. It's telling you get nutrients, but you've already eaten so much, you're like getting bloating and you don't even have all the nutrition. We're overfed but malnourished. And if I aren't supposed to eat carbs or plants, what is left? Animal based. And I should eat only the ruminant meats, or like pork, chicken is fine, but what should I eat then? Pork, salmon, fish, pork, chicken, sheep, cow, bison, whatever. That's what I should eat, right? Eggs as well. Eggs is better than chicken. I would say eggs and beef with a lot of fat on it is the ideal diet. And then, of course, some salt for taste, and then water. That's all you need, right? That's what the only thing we have needed for. And that's optimal, even now. So if you're on a budget, go buy pork. If you feel fine, like just buy pork and eat that for a while, and then if you feel a lot better, than good. And then of course you should eat your ruminant meats. But maybe just try for 30 days only eat ruminant meats, and then you slowly add back in like pork, and then if you feel a bit worse, then you know that pork makes you feel worse. But it's much better than coping altogether, not eating any meat. But yeah, I would think beef is the best, but it's expensive as hell, right? So pork, if you feel fine with it, then eat it. Eggs, they're a lot cheaper than most meats. Eat that. There are a lot of nutrients in eggs. A very good source of nutrients. The issue is that some people react badly to it, and honestly, just eating beef is when you feel the absolute best. That's when I feel the absolute best. But if there's like only a bit minor difference, but you half the cost, then definitely go for it. But I personally felt best now when I'm on a lion diet, which is literally carnivore diet with only beef, salt, and water. It's like the absolute extremist version. That's what I feel the best. So as the actionable step right now, make unprocessed meat your foundation. You're on this budget, right? Get your pork, get your bacon, maybe get your butter and get your eggs. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, or beef, butter, eggs, pork, chicken, bacon, whatever. Try to limit cheese. Like cheese, honestly, I recommend you eliminating all dairy besides butter. I would even say eliminate butter because I myself reacted really strong to butter. I felt so much better when I eliminated even butter. I went for tallow, 100% fat. But I'm a bit crazy. It's like it's hard to eat. It's hard to eat definitely. But I don't know. I won't tell you. It's like a horrible story. But I was like really artistically. I want more fat. I want more fat. So what I did was I put tallow in. Like I melted the tallow, then put it on bowl or whatever, and then put and then did slow cooking. Cook meat. Like I cooked a shuck steak, a big shuck steak, and then I put there's like water with meat flavor. I put that in the same bowl as the tallow, then put some water in it. It wasn't tasty, but it wasn't horrible. I just I get my fat, whatever. It doesn't. I don't need to eat tasty food or whatever because the meat is tasty as hell in comparison to that tallow drink or whatever. Meat was tasty as hell and when you only eat meat, you will start to appreciate the flavor of meat even more. That's what I did. Try to add as much real meat as possible because you're like, oh, but sausage, that's pork, right? That's really good. But then you check the index, the back of the package. They're like 85% meat, 15% potatoes, seed oils, some spices. There are literally people who react really strongly to spices. Like, if I add pepper on it, I get a reaction. Like something with my nose blows up. Like, I'm very sensitive. Because if you go this line that you will be very sensitive to other foods, right? Because the tolerance you had before is gone, right? Because you have healed your body, kind of. Because if you drink alcohol every day, you won't get full as fast. You can probably take one glass more than let's say you haven't drinking in 1 year, and then you take a glass. Shit, you're drunk already. But it's like difficult to get drunk if you drink every day, because then you have build up a tolerance. It's the same with other foods like carbohydrates. They are drugs. You can build up a tolerance of the drugs. You don't get as high when you smoke every day. You don't get as bad effect when you do carbs every day. But it's still poison, right? Your body's trying to adapt to poison. You're trying to grow, get strong, while your body is constantly every single day digesting your poison. Step 5. Common issues. There are guys trying this 30-day ribeye challenge, 30-day carnivore challenge, eating only meat, eating eggs, butter, whatever. And what they get is constipation. They like, it's trying to get rid of your toxins. Because what is poop? What is poop? It's a rest product, right? So of course, you get rid of the liquid poison. So if you're struggling with constipation, people they're like eating this carnivore diet, and some people they're like drinking coffee, right? They add some cream on it. They do some. When you go on a carnivore diet, you know what that means. When I say line, like if I say line diet now, what do I say? Beef, fat like beef, and you can add some tallow or butter on it. Beef, salt, water. Notice I didn't say coffee, pepper. I said salt, water, meat. That's it. You need to go beef, salt, water. Beef, salt, water. No coffee, no thing, no artificial sweeteners, no. You don't need that shit. After 2-3 weeks, you won't have any addictions. Like, I haven't even felt like eating a carbohydrate. honestly, when I quit butter, I got zero cravings because I still had. Honestly, I'm gonna be total honest and authentic. I actually relapse like every 2 months. Eat a big pasta meal, even though I'm a carnivore. But now it's been weeks, months, and I haven't even felt a craving once. If I'm saying it's never gonna happen, then it's gonna happen if I'm like that, right? But I have like zero cravings. Once I eliminated all. I eliminated eggs, which I was sensitive to, but some people are, not all. And I eliminated butter, which I was really sensitive. Honestly, butter, you should try taking tallow instead, but as a first step, as a step one or whatever, definitely do butter. It's so much better than your seed oils. Like I would say it's a second best. But the best is tallow. Tallow is 100% fat, and it's 100% fat from beef, which is a ruminant animal. Perfect, right? If you have constipation, you're still having coffee, you're still cheating there and there, and if you're not, if you're total like you eat only meat, like I mean salt, meat, whatever meat you eat, and water, then wait for some weeks. Maybe you really need to heal your body. You have some issues, gut issues. I have gut issues like my whole life, so I got that for like 2 weeks, even though I ate extremely clean. And what I mean by clean is beef, water, salt. So just wait, you're getting there. That's your issue. Tired. I've had this for a long time. But I'm tired at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Yes, it could be because it's the end of the day and because you eat. But the most common issues, let's say you're tired when you wake up, your sleep is bad. But my sleep was perfect, but I'm still tired when I wake up. Maybe you have too low salt, or you take your salt in the morning, but you still have the issue. Then maybe it's too low fat. Because if you go poop, which you don't too often, like honestly, you poop every other day, maybe 2, maybe even 3 times a week you poop. That's all you do. And then if it's hard, it's difficult to get out, then that's a sign your fat is too low. And this is the biggest issue. Too low fat. Because there are people telling you, carnivore, eat meat. They're not specific. You need to eat fatty meat. But then you're like, but it's so expensive. Add fat. Like, it's not gonna cause you a heart attack. It's gonna give you the nutrients your body craves. You have been malnourished. Like, honestly, if you aren't eating a lot of fatty meat, even since childhood, you are a bit malnourished. Because what your body needs is butter. What your body wants the most is like tallow, ribeye, fatty steak. Your body is telling you ribeye. It's like, oh, I want ribeye, shuck steak, tallow, butter, whatever. Or maybe an egg. Like, your body craves the stuff. You need extra fat. The fat, like honestly, I you know what I did? I was out last week. I was doing quad biking with my school, right? Pretty fun, right? For a whole week. I guess I did like 10 push-ups each day, but I didn't have time to train. You're like, but you're coping. No, I literally came home 7 and I was sleep deprived. I literally slept 5 hours. I could not sleep in that environment. Like, I'm a kind of guy who needs a very cold room in order to sleep. I need it to be really quiet, but of course it's a fun social thing. You're up late and doing this and this and that, and there are some learning lessons from that. I did not train properly for over a week. I didn't lose any muscle. Honestly, I gained a bit. It was probably because I needed a rest, but still, I did not lose any muscle at all. So you're on your business, right? You're trying to, let's say you're a business, you're trying, but I can only work out half an hour per day, but I will lose my gains. I didn't work out a minute. Maybe I did some walking. Honestly, I think those 10 push-ups made me gain like 1% bigger chest and triceps or whatever. I've never gotten so much easy gains. I'm getting like sore after a workout. So I'm training really hard, like I'm bench pressing. I'm literally hitting personal best every workout when I'm on this diet. And I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one who's talking about this diet. There are many people now. It's actually getting really popular. But before I made this video, I'm not a guy. 1 week. Oh, my carnivore diet is so good. I've been on this diet now for like 4 or 5 months, and for 3 months, more like 2 months, I've got Lion diet, so only beef, salt, water. Before I ate some eggs, sometimes pork. But now I increased my fat because it turns out actually I had too lot of fat. How is that? I'm putting a lot of butter in my pan every day. I'm eating meat, only meat. How can I get too little fat? And I'm eating like 10 eggs a day, but I still got too little fat. You need to really, you cannot, like, if you eat too much fat, then it will just go out the other way. That's like the safest thing. It's like water and fat's like the safest thing. You're like, oh, but I can die by drinking too much water. That's if you like drink like 500 glasses of water. You can just eat as much fat as you can, like, eat, and drink a fuck ton of water all the time. Like, after this video I will drink a lot of water. And another problem, let's say you're not getting the results you promised, and yeah, you're still having this, you're still tired, constipation, even though you increase your fat, even though you eliminated the damn coffee that you were so proud of. I'm not getting the result that was promised. What am I doing wrong? What is happening? Oh, trust the process. Keep doing your beef salt water for weeks, and I promise you will feel a lot better. You will feel a lot better no matter who you are. You will get at least one benefit. Let's say you're the absolute bodybuilder. Oh, but I don't need to lose weight, so I don't need to go this diet. This diet is not for losing weight. It could be one of the reasons, but it could also be muscle gain. It could be many other reasons. Mental clarity overall. But I can guarantee you that mental clarity is the thing that you will definitely feel the difference of mental clarity on this diet. Because I did. Like, really, I really got. So trust the process. Keep doing what you should do, which is beef, salt, and water, at least if you want to follow the diet. And then, if you get into a workout again, but I'm not getting gains without carbs. I haven't eaten carbs in a week and haven't lost anything. And when I do work out, I feel sore as hell afterwards. You're like, oh, but that's bad. No. I feel I'm getting stronger each freaking day when I'm eating this diet. Like, let's say you're bodybuilding, you're like, but I'm gonna try this for 30 days, it won't kill you, honestly. Yeah, there might be a chance that it doesn't really help. It might be a chance that you decrease by 3% or whatever. Yeah, there might be. But if it doesn't, like if you get the positive results, then that outweighs the negative. The negative is, yeah, maybe this week is not as good in the gym. And the positive is, you'll be the best you've ever done, best mental clarity, you will literally get a purpose in life, you will literally feel fulfilled. It really, really does outweigh the negatives. And those negatives are not guaranteed, by the way. Definitely try it out. Oh, but now we're coming to the good stuff. Oh, it's expensive. You're like me. It's expensive as hell. You know what you should do? You could, yeah, red meat is definitely best, but ground beef is so much cheaper. But buy red meat when it's campaign and try to get it like once, maybe twice a week. Like ideally every time a week, but that's expensive, right? So at least 2 times a week, and not eat it raw, but eat the red part. Don't be afraid, oh, I need to cook it all the way for. No, eat red meat. Eat it red. I literally eat it not raw, but rare, like really red sometimes. Really need that nutrient. But it's expensive. Buy meat on campaign. Buy ground beef. Buy sheep meat and then add a lot of butter and tallow on it to get the fat. Because you're like a ribeye, it has everything you need, but it's like 3 times the price of ground beef. Buy ground beef and then add like a whole 200 grams of fat if you're really crazy like me. Then you get it for like, let's say ground beef $10, ribeye $30, $10 per kilo with ground beef, and then $2 for fat. Then that's $12. instead of $30, which is ribeye. So you can be a bit smart. And then you can do, I said, buy on campaign, put it in the freezer, refrigerator, whatever. Right? And it's like, oh, $112 per day. Because you maybe you eat 1 kilo and then you add a lot of butter on it. Or maybe you're strength training, you eat even more. You eat like 1.6, 1.7. And yeah, it's very hard to bulk on carnivore diet. Many people say it's hard to bulk on carnivore diet. It's because you eat too lean. If you eat ribeyes, it's like I don't know, it's like 400 calories per 100 gram ribeye. So you eat 1 kilo of ribeye, you get like 3,000, 4,000 calories, and then you're crazy like me. Like beef tallow is like 900 calories per 100 gram. I eat like half a fucking package, bro. I get 900 calories plus my 3,000. I've got like 4,000 calories by eating 1 kilo of ribeye. And I get all the nutrients I need. I get bulking calories. I get everything I need. It's cope if you say it's hard to bulk on carnivore diet. No, it's because you eat too lean. So it is possible. People like to say it ain't, but it is possible. I'm telling you, it is possible. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Red meat. Oh, yeah, red meat. Oh, it can be parasite. It can be this and this and that. If you eat the cleanest meat, like your ancestors, they're like, yeah, maybe they had a grill, maybe they had a campfire. Yeah, but we have always eaten red meat. It's not like, oh, red meat is dangerous. It's not why we were artistically cooking it for 2 hours. No, we ate after we hunted, right? And after we hunted, we slept. So eat after you're done the hardest part of the day and then sleep. Like, that's not hard. That's timing of meals. I can talk a bit about timing of meals, but have you tried eating? Let's try eating your carb and then you read and you're like, oh, can't even read the sentences. And then you eat carnivore, you can still kind of read, but you're still not as strong, as clear as you was before because you have eaten. That's why people like to say, you never eat before the hunt. The hunt is your business, the hunt is your reading, the hunt is your writing. Workout. That's why you should work out fast, because you're like, do you think your hunters, you know, then when they're hunting they go working out, they do the sprints. Like sprint is really like, you can build muscle by just sprinting. Sprinting is kind of like running as fast as possible and then taking a 1 minute break and doing it again and again. It's really good for cardio. It's good cardio. It's actually a bit of a muscle gain, you know what I mean? It's big ass bone muscle and stuff. But do you seriously eat before the hunt? Eat before you go out with your tribe and take down the big ass boar or mammoth or whatever? No, you did not. You're the guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna eat a bit. I'm coming soon. I'm eating first. No, they go hunt and then they eat and then they rest and then they next day their PP, their genitals is hard as hell and their testosterone is high as hell because they've been in the sun all day. Vitamin D, all the nutrients from the meat, and they got fatty meats, so much nutrients, sunlight, good temperature. They have their tribe, their masculine tribe, like they are 5-6 digit testosterone. What if my parents won't love me? Because maybe you're in a position where you're not living at home. That is possible, right? Just tell them you're doing a challenge. Because yeah, they're like, experimenting yourself, that's really good. Because experimenting with your diet is good because maybe you feel bad, but oh, maybe I can't handle some fruits and vegetables. Oh yeah, some meat I feel bad. I get this and this and that. Just tell them that you want to try this for 30 days. If I feel better, then just talk to them. I'm doing a challenge, and then you eat as much meat as possible. And then you tell them beforehand, before they make good plans or whatever, feast plans, because maybe your mother's like making cool as fucking pasta, whatever thing, some tofu, whatever you eat at home with your parents. Tell them that I'm doing this carnivore thing here. I'm trying to eat only meat, and this I'm gonna do for 30 days to see the result. If it does something for me, you're on this challenge, right? So just tell them that, and just eat ground beef. Buy the cheapest meat you can find, and they're like, it wasn't that much more expensive than it usually is, because if you only eat that, then it's like, yeah, it's like £10 a day, maybe $15, maybe more, but that's all on a day, and you can probably eat once, maybe twice a day, but try to eat like, you should gradually get down there. If you're eating snack all day, 3 meals a day, try 3 meals a day, and then 2 meals a day, which I have been on now. I'm trying 1 meal a day now, because I actually feel a lot better when I'm fasting. So try. I think you can do like 2 meals a day. Like, eat at lunchtime when you're really hungry, and then eat that before bed, and try that. And if you're really, really crazy, then eat before bed. You're like, oh, but we should not eat before bed. I've heard this before. It's bad for sleep and all that. When you eat this diet, you sleep and then you recharge. Like, this is the only diet I've been able to eat before bed and still felt really, really good. You can do that. And I think that's good, because you will get super tired once you eat. So if they won't let you, just talk to them. This is a challenge. I would like to try this. It's actually not that more expensive. I won't die in 30 days. I'm still young, healthy, and all that. And then if you see results, let's say you have acne clearing up, like, honestly, I still have, right? I have had serious issues, but I've never got new ones since I did this diet thing. Like, 5 months ago, I was even worse. Like, I don't know. It's really difficult. But I have literally eliminated anything to see if, because diet is like 95% of your skin health and whatever. So I eat the perfect diet, and it's getting better and better and better. But yeah, it's not perfect yet. But I can't just, I'm gonna make this video when my acne clear up so I can show them, oh, look, it's the perfect diet. It is. But I have something important to share, so that's the last actionable step in this guide. Add some butter, tallow on the meat, even though you eat ribeyes. Even if you have the best meat, try to add some butter and tallow, because in the beginning, if you're in this challenge, you will be you will still be running on glucose, right? Your suboptimal metabolic, fuel. So you need a lot of fat, and do not be afraid of fat no matter what, because if you don't eat glucose, you eat no sugar, no carbohydrates, no, all those things, then your body will run on fat instead. So add a lot of butter, because you run on that thing. It's like your fuel, and it does run out pretty fast. But it's the most healthiest thing you can have. Okay, it doesn't run. It runs out pretty fast, but the glucose runs out even faster. Glucose runs out in like 4 hours. This runs out in 12. But you know what I mean. It's kind of like, it will still run out. So eat a lot of fat, please. You want a lot of fuel, especially if you've been malnourished or you try this diet first time or whatever. A lot of butter and tallow. Yeah, that's it. So please, if you have, it won't really hurt you. You won't get a heart attack. It won't hurt you by just trying it for 30 days, maybe even 2 weeks, even 1 week, and see if you feel a difference. And yeah, I just really want to share that. Yeah, tell me, maybe comment on the video if it worked for you or whatever. I could read the comments on these videos.